Try, sir, yeah, but there's no one comes in even to inhale. Right you are, so would you like a drop of ale? Mind you, I can't hardly blame them. These are probably the worst pies in London. I know why nobody cares to take them. I should know, I make them, but good, no. The worst pies in London. Even that's polite, the worst pies in London. If you doubt it, take a bite. Is that just disgusting? You have to concede it. It's nothing but crusting. Here, drink this. You need it. The worst pies in London. Even that's polite, the worst. You heard it? Never thought I'd live to see the day. And to think it was a treat finding poor animals what are dying in the streets. Mrs. Mooney has a pie shop, does a business, but I noticed something weird. Lately all the neighbors' cats have disappeared. Have to hand it to her, what I calls enterprise. Popping pussies into pies wouldn't do in my shop. Just the thought of it's enough to make you sick. And I'm telling you, them pussy cats is quick. No denying times is hard, sir. Even harder than the worst pies in London. Only Lord and nothing more, is that just revolting? All greasy and gritty. It looks like it's molten and tastes like, well, pity a woman alone with limited wind and the worst pies in London. Ah, sir, times is hard, times is hard. Oh, go on, dear. Spit it out on the floor. There's worse things than that down there. That's my boy.
Isn't that a room up there over the shop? If times are so hard, why don't you rent it out? That should bring in something.
Up there? People won't go near it. They think it's haunted. See, years ago, something happened up there. Something not very nice. There was a barber and his wife, and he was beautiful, a proper artist with a knife, but they transported him for life, and he was beautiful. Barker, his name was. Benjamin Barker.
Transported? What was his crime?
Foolishness. He had this wife, you see. Pretty little thing, silly little nit, had her chance for the world on a string. Poor thing, poor thing. There were these two, you see, wanted her like mad. One of them a judge, t'other one his beadle. Every day they'd nudge and they'd wheedle. Still she wouldn't budge from her needle. Too bad, pure thing. So they merely shipped the poor blighter off south, they did, leaving her with nothing but grief and a year-old kid. Did she use her hat even then? Oh no, God forbid. Poor fool. Ah, but there was worse yet to come, poor thing. Joanna, that was the baby's name, pretty little Joanna.
Go on.
My, you do like a good story, don't ya? Well, Beetle calls on her all polite. Poor thing, poor thing. The judge, he tells her, is all contrite. He blames himself for her dreadful plight. She must come straight to his house tonight. Poor thing. Of course, when she goes there, poor dear, poor thing, they're having this ball all in masks. There's no one she knows there, poor dear, poor thing. She wanders tormented and drinks, poor thing. The judge has repented, she thinks, poor thing. Oh, where is Judge Turpin, she asks. He was there all right, only not so contrite. She wasn't no match for such craft, you see, and everyone thought it so droll. They figured she had to be daft, you see, so all of them stood there and laughed, you see. Poor soul, poor thing.
No! Would no one have mercy on her?
So it is you, Benjamin Barker.
Not Barker. Not Barker. Todd now. Sweeney Todd. Where is she?
God, what did they do to you down there in bloody Australia? So changed.
Where is my wife? Where's Lucy?
She poisoned herself. Arsenic from the apothecary on the corner. I tried to stop her, but she wouldn't listen to me.
And my daughter?
Joanna? He's got her.
He? Judge Turpin?
Even he had a conscience tucked away, I suppose. Adopted her like his own. You could say it was good luck for her. Almost.
15 years. 15 years sweating in a living hell on a trumped-up charge. 15 years dreaming that I might come home to a loving wife and child. Let them quake in their boots, Judge Turpin and the Beetle, for their hour has come.
You gonna get him? You? A bleeding the nobody of a runaway convict? Don't make me laugh. You'll never get as high in mightiness nor the Beetle neither. Never in a million years. Do you have any money? Listen to me.
No
Any
money.
Well, how are you gonna live even?
I'll live. If I have to sweat in the sewers or in the plague hospital, I'll live and I'll have them.
You poor thing. You poor thing. Wait. Wait. It don't have to be the sewers or the plague hospitals. Oh, when they come for the little girl, I hid them. I thought, who knows, maybe the poor silly blighter will be back someday and need them. Cracked in the head, wasn't I? Times as bad as they are, I could have got 5-10 quid for them any day. See? You can be a barber again. My, them handles is chased silver, ain't they?
Silver. Yes. These are my friends. See how they glisten. See this one shine. How he smiles in the light. My friend, my faithful friend. Speak to me, friend. Whisper. I'll listen. I know you've been locked out of sight all these years, like me, my friend. Well, I've come home to find you waiting. Oh, and we're together, and we'll do wonders, won't we? You there, my friend.
I'm your friend.
Come,
Mr.
let
Todd.
me hold you.
If you only knew,
Now,
Mr. Todd.
with a sigh,
Oh, Mr. Todd,
you grow
you're
warm in my hand, my friend. friends.
Never you
Soon
fear,
I'll unfold you.
You can move in here,
Soon you'll know splendors you never have dreamed all your days, my lucky friend, till my shine was merely silver.
Silver's good enough for me, Mr. T.
Friends, you shall drip rubies. You'll soon drip precious rubies. At last my right arm is complete again.
There's no razor high, Sweeney, hear it singing, yes. Sink it in the rosy skin of righteousness.
His voice was soft, his manner mild.
He seldom laughed, but he often smiled.
He's seen how civilized men behave. He never forgot and he never forgave.
Not Sweeney, not Sweeney Todd,
The demon
Barber
barber
of Fleet Street.
And how are they today?
Hungry as always, Miss Joanna.
Greenfinch and linnet's bird, nightingale, blackbird, how is it you sing? How can you jubilate sitting in cages, never taking wing? Outside the sky, it's beckoning, beckoning, just beyond the bars. How can you remain staring at the rain, maddened by the stars? How is it you sing anything? How is it you sing? Greenfinch and linnet's bird, nightingale, blackbird, how is it you sing? Whence comes this melody constantly flowing? Is it rejoicing or merely hollowing? Are you discussing or fussing or simply dreaming? Are you crowing? Are you screaming? Ringdove and robinet, is it for wages, singing to be sold? Have you decided it's safer in cages, singing when you're told? My cage has many rooms, damask and dark. Nothing there sings, not even my lark. Larks never will you know when they're captive. Teach me to be more adaptive. Greenfinch and linnet's bird, nightingale, blackbird, teach me how to sing. If I cannot fly, let me sing.
Oh, I have sailed the world, beheld its wonders, from the pearls of Spain to the rubies of Tibet, but not even in London have I seen such a wonder. Lady, look at me, miss, oh look at me, please, oh favor me with your glance. Ah, miss, what do you see off there in those trees? Oh, won't you give me a chance? Who would sail to Spain for all its wonders, when in King's Lane lies the greatest wonder yet? Ah, miss, look at you, pale and ivory-skinned. Oh, look at you, looking so sad, so queer. Promise not to retreat to the darkness back of your window. Not to you, look down here. Look at me.
In the French minutes, bird, nightingale, blackbird,
Look at
teach
me.
me how to sing. If I cannot fly,
Look at
me.
me.
Songs for a miserable woman. Beg your pardon, it's you, sir. Thank you kindly.
Pardon me, Mother. Perhaps you know whose house this is.
That's the great Judge Turpin's house, that is.
And the young lady who resides there.
That's Joanna, his pretty little ward. But don't you go messing around there, young man. Not if you value your hide. There's a whipping for it, or you or any other youth with mischief on his mind. Hey, hoy, sailor boy, want it snugly harbored. Open me gate, but talk it straight. I see it list to starboard.
Here, and here. Now off with you.
Pardon me, sir. Which one sings the sweetest? All's the same, sir. 6 pence and cheap at the price.
This one here sings bravely, but why does he batter his wings against the bars so fervently?
We blind him, sir. That's what we always does, blind him. Not knowing night from day, they just sing and sing without stopping. Pretty creatures. Have pleasure of the bird, sir.
I feel you, Joanna. I feel you. I was half convinced I'd waken, satisfied enough to dream you. Happily I was mistaken, Joanna. I'll steal you, Joanna. I'll steal you.
Joanna! Joanna!
Oh dear!
If I see your face again on this or any other neighbor's street, you'll rue the day you were born! Is that plain enough speaking for you?
But sir, I swear there was nothing in my heart but the most respectful sentiment of...
Dispose of him.
You heard his worship.
But friend, I have no quarrel with you.
Get the gist of it, friend. Next time it'll be your neck.
Joanna, if I were to think you would encourage that young rogue.
Oh, Father, I hope always to be obedient to your commands.
Dear child, how sweet you look in that light muslin gown.
I'll steal you, Joanna. I'll steal you. Do they think that walls can hide you? Even now I'm at your window. I am in the dark beside you, buried sweetly in your yellow hair. I feel you, Joanna, and one day I'll steal you. Till I'm with you, then I'm with you there, sweetly buried in your yellow hair.
That's him over there?
Yes, dear, he's always here on Thursdays.
Hair cutter, barber, tooth puller to His Royal Majesty, the King of Naples.
I tell you, he is all the rage.
Not for long.
Oh, Mr. T, do you really think you can do it?
By tomorrow, they'll be flocking to me like sheep to be shorn.
Wait, oh no, the Beetle Bamford.
So much the better.
Yeah, but what if he recognizes you?
I will do what I've set out to do, woman.
Oops, sorry, dear, I'm sure.
Ladies and gentlemen, may I have your attention, please? Do you wake every morning in shame and despair to discover your pillow's been covered with hair? Well, ought not to be there. Well, ladies and gentlemen, from now on you can wake in a tease. You need never again have a worry or care. I will show you a miracle, marvelous rare. Gentlemen, you are about to see something that rose from the dead. On the top of my head. Scarcely a month ago, gentlemen, I was suddenly struck with a rare oriental disease. Though the finest physicians in London were cold, I awakened one morning amazed and appalled to discover with dread that my head was as bold as a novice's knees. I was dying of shame till a gentleman came, an illustrious barber, Pirelli by name. He gave me a liquid as precious as gold. I rubbed it in daily like what I was told, and beheld less than 30 days old. 'Twas Pirelli's miracle elixir, that's what did the trick, sir, true. Was it quick, sir? Did it in a tick, sir? Just like an elixir ought to do. Wanna buy a bottle, mister? Only costs a penny guaranteed.
Penny buys a bottle, I don't know.
And for a bottle, is it?
Does Pirelli stimulate the growth, sir? You can have my oath, sir. 'Tis unique. Rub a minute, stimulating in it. Soon you'll have to thin it once a week. Penny buys a bottle, guaranteed.
Penny buys a bottle, might as well.
Have you ever smelled a cleaner smell? Penny buys a bottle, does it? Dab it gets to be an habit. soon there'll be enough, says somebody can grab it. See that chap with hair like Shelley's? You can tell he's used Pirellis.
Let me have a bottle.
Make that two. Pardon me, ma'am, what's that awful stench?
I was standing there and up the trench.
Try Pirelli's miracle elixir. Anything with slickser soon sprouts curls. Try Pirelli's when they see how fixer. You can have your fixer of the girls. Wanna buy a bottle,
What
missus?
is this?
What
Take
is
one.
this?
Smells like piss.
Smells like poop.
Smells like
Looks like
touch
piss.
this bar with you, dear.
This is piss. Piss with ink.
Let me smell that bottle. I don't want to read this. What is
What
this?
do you say?
What does that smell like to you, ma'am?
What is this
Pirelli's activate your roots, says.
Keep it off your boots, sir. Eats right through.
Go get Pirelli.
Get Pirelli's, use a bottle of it. Ladies seem to love it.
Flies do too.
Hand the bloody money over. Hand the bloody money over.
See Pirelli's miracle elixir, grow little wicks up and some buzz. Be Pirelli, soon will make it fixer like a good elixir always does. Trust Pirelli's, if your head is sixer, fix it in an elixir, don't look grim. Just Pirelli's miracle elixir, that'll do the trick, sir. If you got a kick, sir.
Yeah, where's this Pirelli? Go get Pirelli.
Tell it to the mixer with the miracle elixir, if you got a kick, sir. Talk to him.
I'm Adolfo Pirelli, the king of the barber of kings, and buongiorno. Good day. I blow you a kiss. And I, the so famous Pirelli, I wish you to know, who had the nerve to say, the elixir is peace. Who says this?
I do. I am Mr. Sweeney Todd, and I've opened a bottle of Pirelli's elixir, and I say to you, it is an errant fraud concocted from piss and ink.
He's right. Better to throw your money down the sewer.
Ladies and gentlemen, pay no attention to that madman. Who's to be the first for a magnificent show?
And furthermore, I have serviced no kings, yet I wager I can shave a cheek or pull a tooth with 10 times the dexterity of any street mountebank. Shh! You see these razors?
The finest in England.
I lay them against 5 pounds that you are no match for me. Either accept my challenge or reveal yourself a sham.
Bravo, bravo! No.
These are indeed fine razors. Instruments like these once seen cannot be soon forgotten. You hear this foolish man? Watch and see how he will soon regret his folly. All right, 5 pounds. Kiss it. Kiss it. Okay.
Friends! Neighbors. Who's for a free shave?
Oh, me, Mr. Todd, me.
Me too, Mr. Todd.
Quickly, bring me a chair.
Bring the towels, bring the basin.
Sir, you up for a shave? Don't want to lose your strange box.
Will Beetle Bamford be the judge?
Glad, as always, to oblige my friends and neighbors. Ready?
Ready.
Ready.
The fastest, smoothest shave is the winner.
Now, signorini, signori, we mix it a lather, but first you gather around. Signorini, signori, you looking a man who have had the glory to shave at the Pope. Mrs. Sweeney, whoever, begging your pardon, will probably say it was only a cardinal note. It was the Pope! To shave the face, to pull the tooth, require the grace and not the brute. Oh. For if you slip, you nick the skin, you clip the chin, you rip the lip a bit, and that is the truth. Love you. To shave the face, or even apart, without it smart, require the heart. It take the art. I show you a chart. I study starting in my youth. To cut the hair, to trim the beard, to make the bristle clean like a whistle. This is in early infancy, the talent give to me by God. Stand up, God, God, God. Cross yourself! Sit! It take the skill, it take the brains, it take the will to take the pains. It take the pace, it take the grace.
The winner is Todd.
Oh.
Smooth as a baby's ass.
I bow to a skill far defter than my own. Go, don't go, go.
The £5.
Don't go. 5 pounds.
£5!
You did so well. May the Lord always smile upon you until we meet again. Go! Quickly!
Who'd have thought it, dear? You pulled it off.
Oh, Mr. Todd, sir, do you have an establishment of your own?
He certainly does. Sweeney Todd's tonsorial parlour above my meat pie shop on Fleet Street.
Mr. Todd, strange, but it seems your face is known to me.
They like to notice the guys.
Oh, that's a laugh. Him being my uncle's cousin who arrived from Birmingham only yesterday.
And yet already I've heard Beetle Bamford spoken of with great respect.
I try my best for my neighbors. Above your pie shop, ma'am, in Fleet Street.
That's it, sir.
Well, then you shall surely see me there before the week is out.
And you will be welcome, Beetle Bamford, and I guarantee to give you, without a penny's charge, the closest shave you will ever know. And like a perfect machine, he planned barbing the hook,
Biting the trap, setting it out for the beetle to snap. Slyly courted him, Sweeney did. Set a sort of a scene he did. Laying the trail, showing the traces, letting it lead to higher places.
laying the trail, showing the traces, letting it lead to higher places. Flying courted him, Sweeney did. Setting like a machine, a sort of a scene he did.
Mea culpa, mea maxima culpa, mea maxima culpa. God, deliver me, release me, forgive me, restrain me, pervade me. Joanna, so suddenly a woman, the light behind your window, it penetrates your gown. Joanna, the sun, I see the sun through your, no, God, deliver me, down. Joanna, I watch you from the shadows. You sigh before your window and gaze upon the town. Your lips part, Joanna, so young and soft and beautiful. No! God, deliver me, filth, leave me! Joanna, I treasured you in innocence and loved you like a daughter. You mock me, Joanna. You tempt me with your innocence. You tempt me with those quivering. No! God, deliver me. It will stop. No, it will stop. Right now. Joanna, I cannot keep you longer. The world is at your window. You want to fly away. You stir me, Joanna. So suddenly a woman. I cannot watch you one more day. God, deliver me. God, deliver me. God, deliver. God. Joanna, I'll keep you here forever. I'll wed you on the morrow. Joanna, the world will never touch you. I'll wed you on the morrow. As years pass, Joanna, you'll tend me in my solitude, no longer as a daughter, as a woman. Joanna, I'll hold you here forever. Then you'll keep away from windows and you'll deliver me, Joanna, from this hot red devil with your soft, white, cool, virgin palms.
Father!
Joanna, I trust you've not been near the window again.
Oh, hardly, dear father, when it has been shuttered and barred these last 3 days.
How right I was to insist on such a precaution, for once again he has come, that conscienceless young sailor. 10 times he has been driven from my door, and yet... How sweet you look in that light muslin gown.
'Tis nothing but an old dress, father.
But fairer on your young form than wings on an angel. Oh, if I were to think.
Think what, dear father?
If I were to think you encouraged that young rogue.
I? A maid, trained from the cradle to find in modesty and obedience the greatest of all virtues. Dear father, one of you ceased to warn me of the wickedness of men.
Venal young men of the streets with only one thought in their heads. But there are men of different, in far higher breed. I have one in mind for you.
You have?
A gentleman who would shield you from all earthly cares and guide your faltering steps to the sober warmth of womanhood. A husband, a protector, and yet an ardent lover too. It is a man who through all the years has surely earned your affection.
You?
How many times have I told you not of trash from the gutter hanging around my establishment?
Not just a penny, dear. Or a pie. One of them pies that gives stomach cramps to half the neighborhood. Come on, dear. Have a heart, dear.
Off! Off with you! You get a kick on the rump and make your teeth chatter!
Stuck up thing, you and your fancy ears. Arms for a miserable woman.
It's not much of a chair, dear, but it'll do till you get your fancy new one. Was me poor Albert's chair it was. Sat in it day and night after his leg give out from the dropsy. Ooh, it's kind of bare, isn't it? I never did like a bare room. Oh well, we'll soon get some nice little knickknacks.
Why doesn't the beetle come? Before the week is out, that's what he said.
And who says the week is out yet? It's only Tuesday. Easy now, hush, love, hush. Don't distress yourself, what's your rush? Keep your thoughts nice and lush. Wait. Hush, love, hush. Think it through. Once it bubbles and what's to do. Watch it close. Let it brew. Wait. I've been thinking flowers, maybe daisies to brighten up the room. Don't you think some flowers, pretty daisies, might relieve the gloom? Oh, wait, love, wait.
And the judge, when will I have him?
Can't you think of nothing else? Always brooding away on your wrongs what happened heaven knows how many years ago. Slow, slow, love, slow. Time so fast. Now goes quickly. See, now is past. Soon will come soon will last. Wait. Don't you know, silly man, half the fun is to plan the plan. All good things come to those who can wait. Gillyflowers maybe, instead of daisies. I don't know though, what do you think?
Yes.
Gillyflowers, I'd say. Nothing like a nice bowl of gillies.
Anthony!
Mr. Todd, I've paced Fleet Street at least a dozen times with no success, but now the sign, in business already.
Yes.
I congratulate you. And you,
Mrs. Lovett, sir.
Charmed, Mum. Oh, Mr. Todd, I have so much to tell you. I have found the fairest and most loving maid that any man could ask for, and yet there are problems. She has a guardian so tyrannical that she is kept shut up from human eye. But this morning, this key fell from her shuttered window. The surest sign that Joanna loves me and that she was...
Joanna?
Well, that's her name, Mum. As I said, Joanna, and Turpin, that of the monstrous parent. A judge, it seems, but as I said, a monstrous tyrant. Mr. Todd, once the judge has gone to the courts, I will sneak into her house and plead with her to fly with me. And yet, where can I lodge her until I have hired a carriage to whisk us away to Plymouth? Oh, if I could only just lodge her here for a few hours.
Oh, bring her here, dear.
You mean it, Mum, truly? Mr. Todd, I have your consent?
The girl may come.
Thank you so much. 1,000 blessings upon you both. Now I must hurry off, for surely the judge is at the Old Bailey. Thank you, Mum.
Joanna, who'd have thought it? It's almost like fate, isn't it? You'll have her back before the day's out.
For a few hours before he carries her off to the other end of England.
Oh, that sailor? Let him bring her here, dear. And then since you're so hot for a little... That's the throat to slit, love. Oh, Mr. T, we'll make a lovely home for you and me. Oh, the poor thing. All those years without a scrap of motherly affection. Well, soon change all that, I will. For if there was ever a maternal heart, dear, it's mine.
Good morning, Mr. Todd.
Bellissima. Signorina.
How do you do, Signor, I'm sure. Oh, pardon me.
A little business with Mr. Todd. Oh, if you would give the permission.
Yes, of course. I'll just pop on down to me pies. Oh, larks. Look at it now. It looks like it hadn't had a kind word since never. What would you say, son, to a nice juicy meat pie? Oh, your teeth strong, I hope.
Oh, yes, Mum.
Come with me, love.
Mr. Todd.
Signor Pirelli.
Call me Danny. Daniel O'Higgins when it's not professional. It's not much, but I'm sure you'll pretty it up a bit. I want me 5 quid back if you don't mind.
Why?
That's my boy, tuck in.
It'll hold me over until your customers start to come. Then you'll give me half your profits every week on a Friday. Share and share alike, I always say. All right? Benjamin Barker.
Why do you call me that?
Ooh, at least you got a nice full head of hair on ya.
Well, Mum, to tell you the truth, Mum, gets off a lot.
You don't remember me. And why should you? I was just a down-and-out Irish lad you hired for a couple of weeks, sweeping hair and such like. But I remember these. And you, Benjamin Barker, later transported to Botany Bay for life. So, Mr. Todd, is it a deal? Or do I run down the street to me pal Beetle Bamford? You think you smart? You stupid boy! Tomorrow you start in my employ. You understand? Do you like my plan?
Oh, God, he's got an appointment with his tailor.
Wait, well, would you like a little more meat pie? Here you go.
If he's late, it's my fault.
No, dear, just take another bite.
You don't know him, Mum, no.
Oh, I'm sure I wouldn't want to, dear, but hold on.
Oh, God. Senor, it's late, sir, the tailor. I've got to get me big whoop and fork. Oh, Lord. Senor, I did like you asked. I reminded you. The tailor, sir. No, he ain't here.
Signor Pirelli has been called away.
Where'd he go?
You didn't say. You'd better run after him.
Oh, no, sir. Knowing him so, without orders to the contrary, best wait for him right here.
So, Mrs. Lovett gave you a pie, did she, eh, my lad?
Oh, yes, sir. She's a real kind lady. One old pie.
A whole pie, eh? That's quite a treat. And yet, if I know a growing boy, there's still room for more, eh?
I'd say, sir, an aching void.
Well, why don't you run downstairs and wait for your master there? I reckon there's another pie in it for you, and tell Mrs. Lovett to give you a nice big tot of gin.
Oh, sir. Gin, sir. Thanking you, sir. Thanking you kindly. You're a real Christian indeed. Gin. Oh. Oh, Mum. The, gentleman says to get me a nice tot of gin.
Gin, dear? Why not?
His hands were quick, his fingers strong. It stung a little, but not for long.
And those who thought him a simple clod must soon be considering under the sod.
Consigned there with a friendly prod by Sweeney Todd, the demon bobber of Fleet Street. See your razor white, Sweeney, feel how well it fits, as it floats across the throats of hypocrites.
This is the 4th time, miss, you have been brought before this bench, though it is my earnest wish ever to temper justice with mercy. Your persistent dedication to a life of crime is such an abomination before God and man that I have no alternative but to sentence you to hang by the neck until you are dead.
Please, I beg you, please, no, sir. No.
Court adjourned. It is perhaps remiss of me to close court so early, but the stench of those miserable wretches at the bar was so offensive to my nostrils that I felt my eagerness for fresher air might well impair the soundness of my judgment.
The adjournment is fortunate for me as well, sir, for you see it is today that we celebrate my sweet little Annie's birthday, and to have her daddy home to hug and kiss her will be a crowning joy on this her most happy day.
It is a happy moment for me too. Walk home with me, for I have news for you. In order to shield her from the evils of this world, I've decided to marry Joanna next Monday.
Ah, happy news indeed.
Strange. When I offered myself to her, she showed a certain reluctance. But that's natural enough in a young girl. Now that she has had time for reflection, I'm sure she will greet my proposal in a more sensible frame of mind.
He means to marry me Monday. What shall I do? I'd rather die. I'll swallow poison on Sunday. That's what I'll do. I'll get some lie. What was that a noise? I think I heard a noise. It couldn't be. He's in court today. So that was a noise. Wasn't that a noise? You must have heard that.
Kiss me.
Oh, sir.
Ah, miss.
Oh, sir. If he should marry me Monday, what shall I do? I'll die of grief.
Fly tonight.
'Tis Friday, virtually Sunday. What can we do with time so brief?
Tonight.
Behind the curtain quick.
Tonight.
I think I heard a click.
Tonight.
It was the gate. It's the gate.
It's not the gate. There's no gate. You don't have a gate. If you'd only listen, but said kiss me.
Tonight.
Kiss me.
You mean tonight.
The plan is made, so kiss me.
I feel afraid.
Be not afraid tonight. I'll steal you. It's me you'll marry on Monday, that's what you'll do. St. Dunstan's new.
I knew I'd be with you one day, even not knowing who you were.
Miss Mary,
I thought you'd never
Mary,
come,
Miss
that you had
O'Reilly,
gone away,
so
that you'd been
baby,
killed, had the plague, thrown into distress, traveled by a horse, gone to sea again, arrested by the kiss me.
Of course.
Kiss me.
You're sure?
Kiss me.
I shall.
Kiss me. Oh, sir.
Yes, but surely the respect that she owes me as a guardian should be sufficient to kindle a more tender emotion.
Excuse me, my lord, may I request, my lord, permission, my lord, to speak? Forgive me if I suggest, my lord, you're looking less than your best, my lord. There's powder upon your vest, my lord, and stubble upon your cheek. And ladies, my lord, are weak.
Perhaps if she greets me cordially upon my return, I should give her a small gift.
Ladies in their sensitivities, my lord, have a fragile sensibility. When a girl's emergent, probably it's urgent, you defer to her gentility, my lord. Personal disorder cannot be ignored, given their genteel proclivities. Meaning no offense, it happens they resent it, ladies in their sensitivities, my lord.
Stubble, you say? Perhaps at times I am a little over-hasty with my morning ablutions.
Fret not though, my lord, I know a place, my lord, a barber, my lord, of skill. Thus armed with a shaven face, my lord, some eau de cologne to brace, my lord, some musk to enhance the chase, my lord. You'll dazzle the girl until she bows to your every will.
That may well be so.
Here we are, sir. I bid you good day.
Good day. And where is this miraculous barber?
In Fleet Street, sir.
Perhaps you were right. Take me to him.
The name is Todd.
We best not wait until Monday.
So I concur and fully
It isn't right. We best be married on Sunday.
Saturday, sir, would also do.
Tonight.
I think I heard a noise.
There's not.
I mean another noise.
Like what?
Oh, never mind,
You
just a
mustn't
noise,
mind,
just
it's a
another
noise,
noise.
just another
Something on the
noise,
street.
something
I'm
on
a
the
silly
street.
little ninny.
You silly kiss me.
Oh, sir.
We'll be in Paris on Monday.
What shall I wear? I daren't
We'll
pack.
ride a train.
With you beside me on Sunday, what would I care what things I
Then
lack?
sail to Spain.
I'll take my reticule.
What's your reticule?
I need my
My
reticule.
reticule.
You mustn't think
I
me a
wouldn't
fool,
think
but
you
my
a fool.
reticule never leaves my
Reticule,
side.
leave
It's
it
the only thing my
beside.
mother
Give
gave
it,
me.
give it.
Kiss me.
The name is
Kiss me.
I have a place where we can go tonight and kiss me.
We have
A place where we can go tonight. I love you even as I saw. did not know your Joanna.
Anthony.
Todd.
Anthony.
Todd, eh?
Ladies and let's
Anthony
Sunday.
That's what I'll do, my lord. Leads away.
I'd give you one day, only afraid that you'd
Just as you
Where I could have a cause, wish you would go away. You would take a plane, go to church, church, by a horse, to see it, and
enough about this. Amis.
Maybe you should run along, dear.
No, Mum. I daren't budge till he calls for me.
Well, I'll just pop up and see what Mr. Todd says. Ooh, me. My poor knees is not what they was, dear. Ooh. How long before the Italian gets back?
He won't be back.
Now, Mr. T, you didn't. You're crazy mad. Killing a man what done you no harm, and there's the boy downstairs.
He recognized me from the old days. Tried to blackmail me, half my earnings forever.
Oh, well, that's a different matter then. What a relief, dear. For a moment, I thought you'd lost your marbles. Ooh, all that blood. Ooh, it's enough to make you come over old goose flesh, ain't it? Poor bugger. Oh, well. Ooh. £3? Well, waste not, want not, I always say. Now, dear, we got to use the old noggin.
And here we are, sir. Above the pie shop, sir.
Let's see. You may leave me now.
Thank you, sir. Thank you.
Let's see. First, there's the lad.
Send him up here.
Him too? Surely one's enough for today, dear. Shouldn't indulge yourself, you know. Let's see, he's half seas over already with the gin.
Providence. He's kind.
Who is it?
Judge Turpin.
Him? The judge? Oh, it can't be.
Quickly, leave me.
But what do you...
Leave me, I said!
Oh, excuse me, dear, I'm sure. Pardon me, your lordship.
Mr. Todd?
At your service, sir. An honor to receive your patronage, sir.
Now, dear, looks like your governor's gone and left you high and dry. But don't worry, your Aunt Nellie will think of what to do with you. Come on into my lovely back parlor. Come on.
These premises are hardly prepossessing. And yet the beadle tells me you are the most accomplished of all the barbers in the city.
That is gracious of him, sir. And you must please excuse the modesty of my establishment. It's only a few days ago I set up quarters here, and some necessaries have yet to come. Sit, sir. If you please, sir, sit.
See how nice and cozy it is? Go on, sit down, dear sir. Oh, it's empty. Now you sit there like a good quiet boy, and I'll go get us a new bottle from the larder.
And what may I do for you today, sir? A stylish trimming of the hair? A soothing skin massage?
You see, sir, a man infatuate with love, her ardent and eager slave. So fetch the poor maiden pumice stone and lend me a more seductive tone, a sprinkling perhaps of French cologne, but first, sir, I think a shave.
The closest I ever gave.
You're in a merry mood today, Mr. Todd.
'Tis your delights are catching fire from one man to the next.
'Tis true, sir, love can still inspire the blood to pound the heartbeat higher. What more?
What more can man require
than love, sir?
More than love, sir.
What, sir?
Women.
Pretty women.
Pretty women.
Bum 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 bum
Now then, my friend, now to your purpose. Patience, enjoy it. Revenge can't be taken in
Make haste, and if we're wed, you'll be commended, sir.
My lord, and who may it be said is your intended, sir?
My ward, and pretty as a rosebud.
As pretty as her mother?
What? What was that?
Nothing, sir. Nothing. Maybe proceed. Pretty women, fascinating, stay within you. Glancing pretty women are a wonder. Pretty women sitting in the window or standing on the stair. Something in them cheers the air. Pretty women,
silhouetted,
stay within you.
Glancing,
stay forever.
Breathing lightly.
Pretty women, pretty women, blowing out their candles or combing out their hair. Even when they leave you and vanish, they somehow can still remain there with you.
Pretty women
at the mirrors,
in the gardens,
letter writing,
flower picking,
weather watching, how they make a man sing proof of heaven as you're living. Pretty women, sir, pretty women, yes, to pretty women, pretty women, pretty women, pretty.
Joanna marries me Sunday, everything's set, we leave tonight. We'll be in Paris by Monday, out of that heartless tyrant's sight.
You!
Judge Turpin!
There is indeed a higher power to have warned me thus in time. Joanna, elope with you, deceiving slut. I'll lock her up in some obscure retreat, where neither you nor any of the vile, corrupting you shall ever lay eyes on her again. And as for you, barber, it is all too clear what company you keep. Service them well and hold their custom, for you'll have none of mine.
Mr. Todd.
Out! Out, I said out!
All this running and shouting. What is it now, dear?
I had him.
And the sailor busted in. I saw them both running down the street. I thought the
I
man
had
was on fire for
him! His
sure.
throat was there beneath my hand.
There, dear, don't fret.
No, I had him! His throat was there, now he'll never come again.
Easy now, hush, love, hush. I keep telling you. What's your rush?
Why did I wait? You told me to wait. Now he'll never come again. There's a hole in the world like a great black pit, and it's filled with people who are filled with shit, and the vermin of the world inhabit it. But not for long. They all deserve to die. Tell you why, Mrs. Lovett. Tell you why. Because in all of the whole human race, Mrs. Lovett, there are two kinds of men and only two. There's the one staying put in his proper place, and the one with his foot in the other one's face. Look at me, Mrs. Lovett, look at you. No, we all deserve to die. Even you, Mrs. Lovett, even I. Because the lives of the wicked should be made brief. For the rest of us, death will be a relief. We all deserve to die. And I'll never see Joanna. No, I'll never hug my girl to me. Finished! All right, you, sir. How about a shave? Come and visit your good friend Sweeney. You, sir, too, sir, welcome to the grave! I will have vengeance. I will have salvation. Who, sir? You, sir! No one's in the chair! Come on! Sweeney's waiting. I want you bleeders. Who, sir? You, sir! Anybody, gentlemen! No, don't be shy. Not one man, no, nor 10 men, nor 100 can assuage me. I will have you! And I will get him back, even as he gloats. In the meantime, I'll practice on us honorable throats. And my Lucy lies in ashes, and I'll never see my girl again. But the work waits. I'm alive at last, and I'm full of joy.
Well, that's all very well, but all that matters now is him. What are we going to do about him? Listen to me. Can you hear me? Get control of yourself. Listen, what are we going to do with him? And then there's the lad. We'd better go and have a look. When I left him, he was sound asleep in the parlor. Come on! Oh, no problem there. He's still sleeping. He's simple as a baby lamb. Later I can fob him off with some story. But him, what are we going to do with him?
Later on, when it's dark, we'll take him to a secret place and bury him.
Of course we could do that. Don't suppose he's got any relatives gonna come poking around looking for him, but you know me. Sometimes bright ideas just pop into me head and I keep thinking. Seems a downright shame.
Shame.
Seems an awful waste. Such a nice plump frame. What's his name has, nor it can't be traced. Business needs a lift. Debts to be erased. Think of it as thrift, as a gift. if you get my drift. No? Seems an awful waste. I mean, with the price of meat, what it is, when you get it, if you get it.
Huh.
Good you got it. Take, for instance, Mrs. Mooney at a pie shop. Business never better using only pussycats and toast. And a pussy's good for maybe 6 or 7 at the most. And I'm sure they can't compare as far as taste.
Mrs. Lovett, what a charming notion,
Well,
eminently
it does
practical and
seem
yet
a
appropriate
waste.
as always. Mrs. Lovett, how I did
It's an
without you all these
idea.
years, I'll never know.
Think
How
about it. Lots of other
delectable.
gentlemen are soon becoming
Also
for a shame.
undetectable.
Won't they
How
think of
choice,
all
how
them
rare.
pies?
For what's the sound of the world out there?
What, Mr. Todd, what is that sound?
Those crunching noises pervading the air.
Yes, Mr. Todd, yes, all around.
It's man devouring man, my dear. And who are we to deny it in here? These are desperate times, Mrs. Lovett. And desperate measures are called for.
Here we are, hot from the oven.
What is that?
It's priest. Have a little priest.
Is it really good?
Sir, it's too good, at least. Then again, they don't commit sins of the flesh. So it's pretty fresh.
Awful lot of fat.
Only where it's set.
Haven't you got poet or something like that?
Now you see the trouble with poets is how do you know it's deceased? Try the priest.
Heavenly. Not as hearty as bishop, perhaps, but not as bland as curate either.
Good for business too. Always leaves you wanting more. Trouble is, we only get it on Sundays. Lawyer's rather nice.
If it's for a price.
Order something else though to follow, since no one should swallow it twice.
Anything that's lean.
Well then, if you're British and loyal, you might enjoy Royal Marine. Anyway, it's clean, though of course it tastes of wherever it's been.
Try the squire on the fire.
Mercy, no, sir, look closer, you'll notice it's grosser.
Looks thicker, more like vicar.
No, it has to be grosser, it's green.
The history of the world, my love.
Save a lot of graves, do a lot of relatives favors.
Is those below serving those up above?
Everybody shaves, so there should be plenty of flavors.
How gratifying for once to know that those above will serve those down below.
Now let's see. We've got Tinker.
Something pinker.
Taylor.
Something paler.
Potter.
Something hotter.
Butler.
Something subtler.
Locksmith. Lovely bit of clock.
Maybe for a lark.
Then again, the sweep if you want it cheap and you like it dark. Try the financier, peak of his career.
That looks pretty rank.
Well, he drank, it was bank cashier. Never really sold, maybe it was old.
Have you any beetle?
Next week, so I'm told. Beetle isn't bad till you smell it and notice how well it's been greased. Stick to priest. Well, now, this one might be a bit stringy, but then of course, it's fiddle player.
No. It isn't fiddle player, it's piccolo player.
How can you tell?
It's piping hot.
then blow on it first.
The history of the world, my sweet,
Oh, Mr. Todd, what does it tell?
is who gets eaten and who gets to eat.
And Mr. Todd, too, Mr. Todd, who gets to sell?
But fortunately, it's all so clear that everybody goes down well with beer.
Well, since Marine doesn't appeal to you, how about Rear Admiral?
Too salty. I prefer general.
With or without is privates. With is extra.
What is that?
It's fop, finest in the shop. And we have some shepherd's pie peppered with actual shepherd on top. And it just begun. Here's a politician so oily, it's served with the doily. Have one.
Put it on a bun. Well, you never know if it's going to run.
Try the fryer, fried extra.
No, the clergy is really too coarse and too mealy.
That's compacta.
Yes, and always arrives overdone. I'll come again when you've got judge on the menu.
That's true. We don't have judge yet, but we do have something that you might fancy even better.
What's that?
Executioner.
Have charity towards the world, my pet.
Yes, I know, my love.
We'll take the customers that we can get.
High-born and low, my love.
We won't discriminate great from small. No, we'll serve anyone, meaning anyone, and to anyone at all.
Ladies and gentlemen, may I have your attention, please? Are your nostrils a-quiver and tingling as well at that delicate, luscious, ambrosial smell? Yes, they are, I can tell. Well, ladies and gentlemen, that aroma enriching the breeze is like nothing compared to its succulent sauces the gourmets among you will tell you, of course. Ladies and gentlemen, you can't imagine the rapture in store just inside of this door. There you sample Mrs. Lovett's meat pie, savory and sweet pies, as you see. You who eat pies, Mrs. Lovett's meat pies, conjure up the treat pies it used to be.
Over here, boy, how about some ham?
Let me have another round. We have some service over here, boy.
That's fine about the pie, boy.
Ladies and gentlemen, Toby, come in, excuse me.
I'll there.
Right, Mum.
Quick now.
God, that's good.
Nice to see you, dearie. How have you been keeping? Call me bones is weary. Toby, one for the gentleman here. The birdie's cheap and helps to keep it cheery. Toby, throw the old woman out.
God, that's good.
What's your pleasure, dearie? Now we don't cut slices. Call me eyes is bleary. Toby, none for the gentleman. I could up me prices. I'm a little leery. Business couldn't be better though.
God, that's good.
Knock on wood. Psst, excuse me. Psst, dear, see to the customers. Yes, what, love, quick. though the trade is brisk.
But it's 6 o'clock.
So it's 6 o'clock.
It was due to arrive at 4:45 and it's 6
probably
o'clock.
already down the clock, it'll be here.
I've been waiting all day. But it should have been here by now.
We await.
You'll come back when it comes.
Because me customers truly are getting unruly. And what's your pleasure, dearie? Whoops, I beg your pardon. Just me hands is smeary. Toby, run for the gentleman. Don't you love a garden? Always makes me teary. Must be one of them foreigners.
That's good, that is delicious.
What's my secret? Frankly, dear, forgive my candor. Family secret, all to do with herbs. Things like being careful with your coriander. That's what makes the gravy grander.
More hot pies! More hot! More pies!
Excuse me, dear, see to the customers. What now, love? Quick, though the trade is brisk.
But it's here.
It's where?
Coming up the stair.
I'll get rid of this lot, it's still pretty hot.
It's about to be opened, or don't you care? But we have to prepare.
They never get sold if I let them get cold. And then incidentally, dearie, you and Mrs. Mooney, sales have been so dreary. Toby, poor thing is penniless. What's about that loony? Looking sort of beery. Oh well, gotta come up and that'll be thruppence and
That's good, such it should. Have you licious ever tasted no such? Oh my God, what more? That's pie's good.
Is that a chair fit for a king? Oh, wondrous,
It's gorgeous.
neat and most
It's
particular
gorgeous.
chair. You tell me, where is there a seat can half compare
perfect.
with this
It's
particular
gorgeous.
thing? I have a few minor adjustments They'll take
You take your time, I'll go see to the customers.
I have another friend.
Is that a pie fit for a king? A wondrous sweet
Gorgeous.
and most
It's
particular
gorgeous.
thing. You see, my boy, there is no meat pie can
It's
compete
perfect.
with this
It's
delectable
gorgeous.
pie. The crust of velvet
The
and
crust of velvet
that
and
glaze, those crimps
That glaze.
and then those
now
bits
who dares this test of barbarism?
So thick,
It's time. It's time.
you sit. Excuse me, dear, see to the customers. All set, love.
Quick now.
Me heart's a flutter.
When I pound the floor,
When you pound the floor.
it's a signal to show that I'm
You
ready
told me
to
I know
go
you'd
when I
be ready
pound
to
the
go when you
floor.
pound the floor. Will you trust me?
I just
You
want to be
trust me?
sure.
I've been waiting below for
When I'm
the whistle
certain
to
that you're in
blow.
place, I'll pound 3 times. 3 times. And then you 3 times. If you exactly
More hot pies!
God.
More hot!
Right.
More pies! More!
Right.
More hot pies! More hot! More pies! More hot pies!
Eat them slow and feel the crust how thin I rolled it. Eat them slow, cause everyone's a prize. Eat them slow, cause that's the lot, and now we sold it. Come again tomorrow, hold it.
More hot pies!
Blessed eyes, fresh supplies. How about it, dearie? Leave in a twinkling, just confirms my theory. Toby, God watches over us, didn't have an inkling. Wasn't too eerie. Toby, throw the old woman out.
That's good, that is deep. Have you licious ever tasted smell such? Oh my God, what perfect more that's pie, such flavor. God, that's good.
I feel you, Joanna. I feel you. Do they think that walls can hide you? Even now I'm at your window. I am in the dark beside you, buried sweetly in your yellow hair, Joanna.
And are you beautiful and pale, with yellow hair like her? I'd want you beautiful and pale, the way I've dreamed you were, Joanna. And if you're beautiful, what then, with yellow hair like wheat? I think we shall not meet again, my little dove, my sweet Joanna. Goodbye, Joanna. You're gone and yet you're mine. I'm fine, Joanna. I'm fine.
Smoke, smoke, sign of the devil, city on fire. Witch, salad, sun, evil smell. Every night at the Vespers bell, smoke that comes from the mouth of hell. City on fire, city on fire. Mischief, mischief, mischief.
And though I'll never hear your voice, my turtle dove, my dear, I still have reason to rejoice. The way ahead is clear, Joanna. In the darkness, when I'm blind to what I can't forget, it's always morning in my mind, my little lamb, my pet, Joanna. You'll stay, Joanna, the way I've dreamed you are. Oh, look, Joanna, a star, a shooting star.
There, somebody look up there. Didn't I tell you, smell that air? City on fire. Quick, miss, run and tell one of all of the witches smell. There it is, the unholy smell. Down to the bottom of the weeds as well. City on fire. City on fire. Mischief. Fiend. Arms.
And though I'll think of you, I guess, until the day I die, I think I miss you less and less as every day goes by, Joanna. And look too much like her. If only angels could prevail, we'd be the way we were, Joanna. Joanna, another bright red day, we learn, Joanna, to say goodbye.
I'll steal
Greenfinch and Linux bird, Greenfinch and Linux bird, Greenfinch and Linux bird, Greenfinch and Linux bird.
Joanna!
Greenfinch and Linux bird, Greenfinch and Linux bird.
Joanna! Joanna, please, somebody open up! Pardon me, Mum. What house is this?
That's Sister Sparks' private asylum for the mentally deranged.
A madhouse?
Sir, I'd stay far away from there if I was you. Oh, Peter.
Joanna! Joanna, please, it's me!
Now, friend, what's all this shouting and hollering about?
My friend, there has been a monstrous perversion of justice. A young lady, as sane as you or I, has been incarcerated here.
Is that a fact? And what would this young person's name be?
Joanna.
Joanna. That wouldn't by any chance be Judge Turpin's ward, now would it?
He's the one. He's the devil incarnate who has done this to her.
Now you watch your tongue. That girl is as mad as the seven seas. I brought her here myself. So hop it.
You have no right to order me about.
No right, eh? You hop it or I'll book you for disturbing the peace, assailing an officer.
Is there no justice in this city? Are the officers of law as vile and corrupt as their masters? Joanna! Joanna, please! Somebody open up!
Get him, after him, bash him on the head if need be. That's the sort of scallywag that gets this neighborhood into disrepute.
Nothing like a nice sit down, is there, dear, after a hard day's work? Now let's see. That's 4 and 3pence, 4 and 11 pence. That makes £7, 9 shillings and 4 pence this week. Not bad. And that don't include what I had to pay out for my nice cheery wallpaper. Oh, my lovely harmonium. And a real bargain it was, dear. It being only partly singed when the chapel burnt down. Mr. T, are you listening to me?
No. Oh, of course.
Well, what did I say then?
There must be a way to the judge.
Oh, the bloody old judge. Always harping on the bloody old judge. We got a nice, respectable business now. Money coming in regular, and since we're careful to pick and choose only strangers and such like what won't be missed, who's gonna catch on? Oh, Mr. Tom, I'm so happy I could eat you up, I really could. You know what I'd like to do, Mr. Tom? What a dream, if the business stays as good, where I'd really like to go in a year or so. Don't you want to know?
Of course.
Do you really want to know?
I do. I do.
Oh, Well, I've always had this dream ever since I was a skinny little slipper thing, and me rich Aunt Nettie used to take me to the seaside August bank holiday. Ooh, the pier, making those little castles in the sand. I can still feel me toes wiggling in the briny. By the sea, Mr. Todd, that's a life I carve it. By the sea, Mr. Todd, who I know you'd love. And me, Mr. T, we could be alone in a house what we'd almost own down by the sea.
Anything you say.
Wouldn't that be smashing? With the sea at our gate, we'll have kippered herring. We'll have swum to a strait from the Straits of Bering. Every night in the kip, when we're through our kippers, I'll be there slipping off your slippers by the sea. With the fishes splashing by the sea. Wouldn't that be smashing down by the sea?
Anything you say, anything you say.
I can see us waking, the breakers breaking, the seagulls squawking. Ooh, ooh, I'll do me bacon, then I'll go walking with you. I want me bones on the esplanade, have tea and scones with me gay young blade. Then I'll knit a sweater while you write a letter, unless we got better to do.
Anything you say.
Think how snug it'll be underneath our flannel when it's just you and me and the English Channel. In our cozy retreat, kept all neat and tidy, we'll have chums over every Friday by the sea.
Anything you say.
Don't you love the weather by the sea? We'll go together down by the seaside, by the beautiful sea. Oh, I can see us now in our bathing dresses. You in a nice rich navy, and me in stripes, perhaps. It'll be so quiet that who'll come by it except the seagull? Ooh, ooh, we shouldn't try it, though till it's legal for two. But a seaside wedding could be devised, me rumpled dadding legitimized. Me eyelids will flutter, I'll turn into butter the moment I mutter I do. By the sea in our nest, we can share our kippers with the odd paying guest from the weekend trippers. Have a nice sunny suite for the guests to rest in. Now and then you can do the guesting by the sea. Very nice and proper by the sea. Bring along your chopper down to the seaside, by the beautiful sea. Oh, come on, love, give us a kiss. Oh, that was lovely. Now, Mr. T, you do love me just a little bit, don't you?
Huh? Of course.
Well, then how about it? There'd have to be a little visit to St. Swithin's to legalise things, but that wouldn't be too painful, would it?
I'll make them pay for what they did to my Lucy.
Now, you listen to me. It's high time you forgot all them morbid fancies. Your Lucy's gone, poor thing. It's your Nellie now. Here, have a nice bonbon. You know, it's been 17 years as Whitsun since me poor Albert passed on. I don't see why I shouldn't be married in white, do you?
Mr. Todd! Mr. Todd! I found her!
You found Joanna?
That monster of a judge has had her locked up in a madhouse.
Where? Where?
Where no one can reach her. At Sister Fogg's asylum. Oh, Mr. Todd, she's in there with those screeching, gibbering maniacs.
A madhouse. A madhouse. Joanna is as good as rescued.
She is?
Where do you suppose the wig makers of London go to obtain their human hair?
Oh, the morgue, I wouldn't be surprised, dear.
Bedlam. They get their hair from the lunatics at Bedlam.
Then you think...
Sister Fogg's asylum, why not? You offer them the right amount, and they'll give you the hair off any madman's head.
And the scalp to go with it, too, if requested. Oh, excuse me, gents, I'm out.
We'll write a letter to this Sister Fogg, offering her the highest amount for hair in the exact shade of Joanna's, which I trust you know.
Absolutely. Yellow.
Not exact enough. I must make you into a credible wig maker, and quickly. There's tawny, and there's golden saffron, there's flaxen, and there's blonde. Repeat that. Repeat that!
Yes, Mr. Todd.
Well?
There's tawny, and there's golden saffron, there's flaxen, and there's blonde.
There's coarse, there's fine, there's straight and curly, there's gray, there's white, there's ash, there's curly, there's gray, there's yellow, buff, and ochre, and straw, and apricot.
But never again, he swore.
Fortune
arrived, Sweeney it sang, Sweeney was ready, and Sweeney sprang.
Sweeney's problems went up in smoke, all resulted the single stroke.
Sweeney was sharp, Sweeney was burning, Sweeney began the end discerning. Sweeney revised and
Finer textures, ash looks fairer, which makes it rare, but flaxen's rarer.
No,
yes,
the
yes, I
flaxen's
know,
cheaper.
not rarer.
Here's money, and here's a gun, for kill if you must kill.
I will kill a dozen jailers if need be to set her free.
Now, go, Anthony, go, but remember, after you've rescued Joanna, bring her back here. I'll guard her while you fetch the chaise to Plymouth.
I'll see you again before the night is over. And Mr. Todd, thank you, friend.
Most honorable Judge Turpin.
Most honorable.
Venture thus to write you this urgent
note to warn you that the hot-blooded young sailor
Has abducted your ward, Joanna. From the institution where you
so wisely
confined her.
but hoping to earn your favor, I have persuaded the boy to lodge her here tonight at my tonsorial parlor in Fleet Street. If you want her again in your arms, Murray, after the night falls.
She will be waiting.
Your obedient, humble servant,
Sweeney Todd.
Judge Turpin, it's urgent.
Well, that sign up, Mum.
Oh, that's my boy. Look, dear, a lovely muffler. Guess who it's for?
Who, Mum, for me?
Wouldn't you like to know? Oh.
You're so good to me, Mum. Sometimes, when I think of what it was like with Signor Pirelli, seems like the good Lord sent you for me.
It's just me warm heart, dear. Room enough there for all God's creatures.
You know, Mum, there's nothing I wouldn't do for you. If there was a monster, an ogre, or anything bad like that that was after you, I'd rip it apart with my bare fists, I would.
Oh, what a sweet child it is.
Even if it was just a man.
A man, dear?
A man. What was bad and what might be luring you all unbeknownst into his evil deeds, like.
What What is all this? What are you talking about?
Nothing's gonna harm you, not while I'm around.
Well, of course not, dear. Why should it?
Nothing's gonna harm you, no sir, not while I'm around.
What do you mean, a man?
Demons are prowling everywhere nowadays.
So they are, dear.
I'll send them howling, I don't care. I got ways.
Well, of course you do. What a sweet, affectionate child it is.
No one's gonna hurt you, no one's gonna dare.
I know what Toby deserves.
Others can desert you, not to worry, whistle, I'll be there.
Yeah, have a nice bonbon.
Demons will charm you with a smile for a while, but in time, nothing's gonna harm you, not while I'm around.
What is all this foolishness, dear? What are you talking about?
Oh, it's some little things I've been thinking and wondering about. It's him, you see. Mr. told how I know you fancy him, but men ain't like women. They ain't what you can trust as I've lived and learned. Not to worry, I may not be smart, but I ain't dumb. I can do it, put me to it, show me something I can overcome. Not to worry, love. Being close and being clever ain't like being true. I don't need to, I won't never hide a thing from you like some.
Now, Toby dear, haven't we had enough of this foolish chatter? Let's just sit here nice and quiet for a bit. Here, dear.
That's in your Pirelli's purse!
What was that, dear?
That proves what I've been thinking, that's his purse.
No, silly boy, it's just a silly something Mr. T gave me for my birthday.
Mr. Todd gave it to you. And to get it, how did you get it?
Bought it, dear. At a pawn shop, dear. Come now. Nothing's gonna harm you, not while I'm around. Nothing's gonna harm you, darling, not while I'm around.
But you don't understand. 2 quid was in it, 2 or 3. The governor giving up his purse with 2 quid. Not for a minute, don't you see? It was in Mr. Todd's parlour, but the governor disappeared.
Silly boy. Boys and their fancies. What will we think of next? Here, dear, sit next to your lovely Aunt Nellie and let's look at your beautiful muffler. How warm it's going to keep you as the days draw in, and so becoming on you.
Demons will charm you with a smile for a while, but in time, nothing's gonna harm you, not while I'm around.
You know, Toby dear, it's the strangest thing. You coming to chat with me now of all moments, because as I was sitting there with my needles, I was thinking, what a good boy Toby is. So hardworking, so obedient. And I thought, you know how you've always fancied coming to the bakehouse to help me with the pies?
Oh, yes, Mum. Indeed, Mum, yes.
Well, then how about it?
You mean it? I can really help make them and bake them?
No time like the present. Come on, dear.
Coo! What a stink, ain't there?
Well, them steps go down to the old cellars, so the whiffs come up, love. God only knows what's down there, so mouldy and dark. Always a couple of rats going home to Jesus. Now, the bake ovens is here.
They're big enough, ain't they?
Ooh, hardly big enough to bake all the pies we sell. 10 dozen at a time. Oh well, make sure you close the door properly like that. Now, here's the grinder. See, you pop the meat in here, you grind it, and it comes out there. And you know the secret? What makes the pie so sweet and tender? 3 times. You must put the meat through the grinder 3 times.
3 times, eh?
That's my boy. Smoothly, smoothly. That's right. And as soon as a new batch of meat comes in, we'll put you right to work.
Me making pies all on me own? Cool. Where you going, Mum?
Back in a moment, dear.
Smoothly, does it? Smoothly. Smoothly.
Mrs. Lovett? Mrs. Lovett?
Mr. Todd? Mr. Todd!
Sweet Polly Plunkett lay in the grass, turned her eyes heavenward sighing. I am a lass who alas loves a lad who alas has a lass in Canterbury. 'Tis a row-dow-diddle-do-day, 'tis a row-dow-diddle-do-dee.
Why, Beadle Bamford! Oh, I didn't know you was a music lover.
Good afternoon, Mrs. Lovett. Fine instrument you've acquired here.
Yes, it's my pride and joy.
Sweet Polly Plunkett saw her life pass, flew down the city road crying, I am a lass who alas loves a lad who alas has a lass, loves another lad who once I had in Canterbury. 'Tis a row-dow-diddle-do-day, 'tis a row-dow-diddle-do-dee. I do hope you have a few moments, Mrs. Lovett, for I am here on official business.
Official?
Yes, ma'am. You see, there have been some complaints.
Complaints? Oh my.
About the stink from your chimney. They say at night it's something foul. Health regulations being my duty, I'm afraid I'm going to have to ask you to let me see.
The bakehouse?
Yes, ma'am.
Oh, well, you see, it's locked, and I don't have the key. Mr. Todd upstairs, he's got it, but he's not here right now.
I see. And when will he be back?
Oh, couldn't say, I'm sure.
Ah, yes, one of Mother's favorites. If one bell rings in the Tower of Bray, ding dong, your true love will stay. Ding dong,
One bell today in the Tower of Bray. Ding dong.
What's that?
Oh, that's just my lad, the boy that helps me with the pies.
But surely he is in the bakehouse, isn't he?
Well, yes, but of course. But, you see, well, he's simple in the head. Oh, last week he run off, and we found him 2 days later down by the embankment, half starved, poor thing. So now we just locks him in for his own security.
Then I see we'll have to wait for Mr. Todd, won't we? But if 2 bells ring in the Tower of Bray, ding. As you're a fellow music lover, Mrs. Lovett, why don't you raise your voice along with mine?
Oh, all right.
Ding dong.
Ding dong.
Your true love will stay. Ding dong.
Ding dong.
2 bells today in the Tower of Bray. Ding dong, ding dong. But if 3 bells ring in the Tower of Bray...
That's right, of course. Mr. Todd's gone down to Wapping. He won't be back for hours, and he'll be ever so sorry to have missed you. Why, just the other day he was saying, if only the beadle would grace my tonsorial parlour, I'd give him the daintiest haircut and the most stylish of shaves, and all for nothing. So why don't you come back some other time and take advantage of his offer?
Well, that's real friendly of him. But if 4 bells ring in the Tower of Bray...
Just how many bells are there?
12. Ding dong.
Ding dong.
Ding dong.
Ding dong.
Then lovers must pray.
Ding dong.
Ding dong.
Ding dong.
Ding dong. 4 bells today.
Back already? Look who's here, Mr. T. The beadle wants some foolish business about the bakehouse or something. He wants the key, but I told him that you had it. But there's no rush, is there, Beadle dear? So why don't you go upstairs with Mr. Todd here and let him fix you up all nice and pretty like. And there'll be plenty of time for the bakehouse later.
Well, tell me, Mr. Todd, do you pomade the hair? I do dearly love a pomaded head.
Oh, a pomade, of course, and a nice facial rub, all with bay rum, for nothing, for free, so go on.
Well, I take that very kindly of you, sir.
I am, sir, entirely at your disposal.
Let's hope he can do a quiet job of it, but just in case, I'll send him a little musical send-off. Sweet Polly Plunkett lay in the grass, cast her eyes heavenward sighing.
An hair, black as a rook. Now that ain't Mrs. Lovett's hair. Some old black cow, probably. Cool. Bit of fingernail. Clumsy. Oh, no. Mrs. Lovett! Mrs. Lovett, let me out! Let me out!
'Tis a row-dow, diddle-dow-day, 'tis a row-dow, diddle-dow-dee. Sweet Polly Plunkett saw her life pass, flew down the city road crying.
It's done.
Not yet it isn't. The boy, he's guessed.
Guessed what?
About Pirelli. You were gone, so I locked him in the bakehouse, but he's been yelling to wake the dead. You've got to go see to him.
But the judge is on his way. I've arranged it.
You, thinking about the bloody judge at a time like this? Come on!
The engine roared north and east.
And who could see how the road would twist?
In Sweeney's ledger the entries matched, a beetle arrived and a beetle dispatched to satisfy the hungry god
of Sweeney's heart. The demon robber fleet street. Sweeney, 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 Sweeney.
You do me honor, Sister Fogg.
I agree. It would be to our mutual interest to come to some sort of arrangement regarding my poor children's hair.
Your children, Mother.
Ah, yes, we are one big happy family here, and all my patients are my children. To be corrected when they're naughty, and to be rewarded with a sweetie when they're good. But to our business. Ah, look over here. There's a charming yellow. Her hair might be a little dull in tone, but perhaps you can restore its natural gleam. Oh, and look here. It's a nice tone for a male. And I'll have you know, sir, there's always a discount on hair of a male.
This one here has hair the shade I seek.
Oh, poor child needs so much correction. She spends all day and all night singing, and she's keeping the patients restless. Smile, dear, and soon you'll have a sweetie. Now, where shall I cut? Anthony!
Joanna!
What is this? What is this?
Unhand her!
Why you?
Stop, Sister Fog, or I will fire.
Fire and I will stop.
I cannot.
City on fire, rats in the grass and the lunatics yelling in the streets. It's the end of the world, yes, city on fire. Hunchbacks dancing, stirring to the ground, and the whirring of giant wings. Watch out, look, blowing out the moonlight thick. Black rain falling on the city on fire. City on fire, city on fire.
Will we be married on Sunday? That's what you promised, married on Sunday. That was last August. Kiss me.
There, look, crawling on the chimney, great black cross. City on fire, city on fire, city on fire.
Where are you, love?
Where are you, lad?
Nothing's gonna harm you.
Toby.
Not while I'm around.
Toby.
Where are you hiding? Nothing's gonna harm you, darling.
Nothing to be afraid of, boy.
Not while I'm around.
Toby.
Demons are prowling everywhere nowadays.
Toby.
City on fire, rats in the grass and the lunatics yelling at the moon. It's the end of the world, yes!
Toby.
No good hiding, I saw you. Are you in there still, Beetle? Beetle? Get her, but watch out. She's a wicked one. She'll deceive you with her fancy gowns and her fancy airs and her mischief. Mischief. Devil's work. Where are you, Beetle? Beetle.
City on fire, rats in the grass and the lunatics yelling in the streets. City on fire, crawling on the chimney, city on fire.
Mr. Todd? Mr. Todd!
No one here. Where is this Mr. Todd?
No matter, for I'm sure he'll be back shortly. I trust him as I trust my right arm. Now please, wait here while I fetch us a carriage to hurry us home to Plymouth.
How about the rapture still? What if they trace us here? Anthony, please let me come with you.
There is no safety for you on the streets.
But trust in these sailors' clothes. Who's to know it is I?
No, the risk is too great. Ah, miss, look at me, miss. Oh, look at me, please. Oh, favor me with your glance. Ah, miss, soon we'll be gone and sailing the seas and happily wed in France. And we'll sail the world and see its wonders, from the pearls of Spain to the rubies of Tibet, and then come back to London someday. And I'll be back before those lips have time to lose that smile.
beetle. I know it. Dumpling. And why should you weep then, my Joe, my Jane? Ooh, your father's at tea with the Swedish king. He'll bring you the moon on a silver string. Ooh, ooh. Quickly to sleep then, my Joe, my Jane. He'll bring you a shoe and a wedding ring. Sing here again, home again, come again, spring. He'll be coming soon now to kiss you, my Joe, my Jane, bringing you the moon and a shoe and a wedding ring. He'll be coming here again, home again.
You! What are you doing here?
Evil is here, sir. The stink of evil from below.
Out of here, woman!
Beware of her, sir. She's the devil's wife. Beware of her. She with no pity in her heart.
Out, I say!
Hey, don't I know you, mister?
The judge. I have no time!
Where is she? Where is the girl?
Below, Your Honor, in the care of my neighbor, Mrs. Lovett. Thank heavens the sailor has not molested her. Thank heavens, too, she has seen the error of her ways.
She has?
Oh, yes, sir. Your lesson was well learned. She speaks only of you, longing for forgiveness.
And she shall have it. She'll be here soon, you say?
I think I hear her now.
Oh, excellent, my friend.
Yes, isn't that her footstep on the stair?
I hear nothing.
Oh, isn't that her shadow on the wall?
Where?
There, primping, making herself even prettier than
Even
usual,
prettier.
if possible.
Oh, pretty women.
Pretty women, yes.
Quickly, sir, a splash of bay rum.
Sit, sir, sit.
Joanna, Joanna.
Pretty
Hurry,
women,
man.
Pretty women.
You're in
oh,
a merry
wonder.
mood again today, Barbara.
Pretty women.
What we do for pretty women.
Blowing out their candles are coming out there. Even when they leave and vanish, they still are there.
How seldom it is one meets a fellow spirit.
With fellow tastes. In women, at least.
What? What was that?
No doubt the years have changed me. But then I suppose the face of a barber, the face of a prisoner in the dock is not particularly memorable!
Benjamin Barker!
Benjamin Barker! Rest now, my friend. Rest now forever. Sleep now, the untroubled sleep of the angels. Tobias. My razor. You! What are you doing here? Speak!
Pardon me, sir. I saw the barber sign.
When did you come in?
So please, I beg of you, whatever I've seen, no man shall ever know, I swear.
A shave, eh? At your service.
But sir...
No matter what you may have seen, your cheeks are still as much in need of the razor as before.
No!
Sit, sir! Sit!
Lift your razor high, Sweeney, hear it singing, yes. Sink it in the rosy skin of righteousness.
Die! Die! God in heaven, die! You! Oh, the demons of hell come to torment me! Quick, into the oven!
Why did you scream? Does the judge still live?
He was grabbing, clutching onto my skirt, but he's finished now.
Good. I'll handle them. Open the doors.
No.
Open the doors, I said!
No, don't touch her!
What is the matter with you, woman? She's only some silly old beggar. Oh, God. Oh, God, no. Don't I know you, she said. You knew she lived. From the first moment I walked into your shop, you knew my Lucy lived.
I was only thinking of you. Your Lucy, a crazy hag picking bones and rotten spuds out of the alley ash cans. But you wanted to know that was all that was left of her.
You lied to me.
No, not lied at all. No, I never lied. Said she took a poison. She did. Never said that she died. Poor thing, she lived, but it left a week in the head. All she did for months was just lie there in bed. Should have been in hospital, wound up in Bedlam instead. But you would think she was dead. Yes, I lied, 'cause I love you. I'd be twice the wife she was. I love you.
What have I done?
Could not think I cared for you like me.
Mrs. Lovett, you're a bloody wonder, eminently practical and yet appropriate as always. As you said repeatedly, there's little point in dwelling in the past.
Do
now
you mean
come
it?
Here,
Everything
my love.
I did, I swear I thought was only for the
Nothing
best.
to fear,
Believe
my
me,
love.
can
What's
we
dead
still be
is dead.
married?
The history of the world, my pet.
Oh, Mr. Todd, leave it to me.
Is learn forgiveness and try to forget.
By the sea, Mr. Todd will be comfy, cozy. By the sea, Mr. Todd, where there's
And
no
life
privacy.
is for the alive, my dear. So let's keep living it. Just keep living it. Really living it! No. There was a barber and his wife, and she was beautiful. A foolish barber and his wife. She was his reason and his life, and she was beautiful, and she was virtuous. And he was naive.
Baker man, bake me a cake. Bake me a pie to delight my eye, and I will sigh if the crust be high. Mr. Toad? Is there a woman? You armed her too, have you? You shouldn't do that, you know. You shouldn't harm nobody. Razor, razor. Cut, kid dugging, watch me grind my corn. At him and prick him and mark him with a bee. Put him in the oven for baby and me. You will pardon me, gentlemen, for you may not enter here. Oh no, me mistress don't let no one enter here, for you see, sirs, there's work to be done. So much work. 3 times. That's the secret. 3 times through for them to be tender and juicy. 3 times through the grinder. Smoothly does it. Smoothly. Smoothly. Attend the tale of Sweeney Todd. His skin was pale and his eye was odd.
He shaved the faces of gentlemen who never thereafter were heard of again.
He trod a path that few have trod. It's Sweeney Todd,
the demon barber of Fleet Street.
He kept a shop in London town, of fancy clients and good renown.
And what if none of their souls were saved? They went to their maker impeccably shaved.
By Sweeney,
by Sweeney,
by Sweeney Todd, the demon barber of Fleet Street.
Swing your razor wide, Sweeney, hold it to the skies. Freely flows the blood of those who mourn lies.
His needs were few, his room was bare. He hardly uses his fancy chair. The more he bleeds, the more he lives. He never forgets and he never forgives. Perhaps today you gave a nod to Sweeney Todd, the demon barber of Fleet Street. Sweeney wishes the world away. Sweeney's weeping for yesterday, hugging the blade, waiting the years, hearing the music that nobody hears. Sweeney waits on the parlor, Sweeney waits on the office wall.
Nothing can help, no one can hide you. Isn't that Sweeney there beside you? Nothing can help, no one can hide you. Isn't that Sweeney there beside you? Sweeney wishes the world away. Sweeney, 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 for yesterday, Sweeney, 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 Sweeney.
Attend the tale of Sweeney Todd.
Attend the tale of Sweeney Todd.
He served a dark and a hungry God.
He served a dark and a hungry God.
To seek revenge may lead to hell.
Not everyone does it, and seldom as well as Sweeney.
As Sweeney Todd, the demon barber of Fleet.
Thank you all so much for coming tonight. We have a special birthday in the house, so from our cast to you, happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Corey. Oh, happy birthday to you. Happy birthday. Thank you all so much for coming.